And now it is time for the Basketball Wives LA Season 3 Episode 6 review, recap, and opinion by Meat Magazine. Meat Magazine Views is my YouTube channel, also Meat Magazine 2. If you see this anywhere else, let me know. I make YouTube channels that post my videos on them disappear quicker than a wedgie up Drea's ass. But we'll get to that real soon. Now, this episode does not have a name to it, so I'm going to give it a name. The title of this episode is officially Cyclops. But we'll get to that in a minute. The episode starts out where it left off last week. Drea and Malaysia are arriving at the Palm Springs house, and the ladies are dressed in tiny little shorts and Reeboks. You know, the old school thought uniform. Some things never change. Don't get me wrong, I hate the word thought or that hoe over there, but Drea is Queen Thought, Goddess Thought, Empress Thought. Anyway, Drea must perform magic shows because Harry Thotter keeps making her shorts disappear all the way up her deep space ass. So they come in the house drunk, yet they're still drinking, and they're hugging everybody and just stumbling around. And from the beginning of the show, the conversation was good. Malaysia starts calling out Jackie for being a leader of the Jackets gang, and she said that she's happy that Lil B, aka British with 2 T's, aka Chub Rock, didn't show up. So Jackie asks Drea, "What's poppin', ma? What a long face?" And Drea tells her the truth. Sucking dick elongates the face, so cut a girl some slack. Then Sunday told Drea that she looks like she doesn't want to be there and that she can leave if she's miserable. And here is where the action begins. Malaysia has to feed all of that booty meat, so Pretty Girl's eating some delicious fruits. Sunday takes the platter of fruit from Malaysia because the chef, presumably Raekwon, did not wash the grapes. As Sunday is walking towards the kitchen, Drea says that Sunday can get her ratchet ass on. Now, Sunday didn't even hear Drea saying this, yet Jackie, being the sneaky, manipulative snake queen that she is, freaking Madame Medusa herself, decided that she was going to repeat Drea's words to make sure that the tiny little wannabe thug Sunday heard her loud and clear. Now Sunday and Drea start arguing over Drea calling her, quote, ratchet, when out of nowhere Sunday calls Drea Miami, her old stripper name. And of course Jackie pretends to be so surprised to hear Sunday calling her that. She's up there clutching her pearls and being as fake as can be. I mean, she only told her the day before that she was going to do this. So anyway, Sunday said that Drea was begging for tips, crawling on all floors, and all she gave that thought was a smack on the booty and a smile. Then Sunday had the audacity, yes, the audacity of a whore, to say that Drea was fucking 2 of her friends in a limo. Yes, 1 from the front and 1 in the butt, getting shish kebabbed. And Drea threw out a crazy hoism. She said, like Mama used to always say, if you stick your face in the hornet's nest, you're gonna get stung from every direction. So I stuck my whole body in it. Whore. Then Drea told Sunday that no one is claiming her baby. In other words, your child is a bastard, and she needs to take her ghetto baby doll looking ass home and figure out who her baby daddy is. This is when the conversation went straight to hell. It got so much worse. Sunday went in on Drea's fruity son. She pretty much called the boy a flaming faggot. She said that while her own children, you know, her penis sucking daughter and her son with the tattoo on his throat, while they go to private school, Drea's faggot son plays with privates. Then Sunday, aka Mr. Accordion Neck, told Drea that she needs to introduce him to something other than her looks, because the little boy is obviously going to grow up to have an asshole so big that when he farts it sounds like a tugboat, because he wants to dress up as Peter Pansy every Halloween, and he's been walking in heels since he was in his walker as a baby. She then went on to say that if Drea is feeling froggy, that she can leap. And Drea sure did flap her damn wings and hover over that sofa. These hoes started kung fu fighting. Oh, and it looked like a scene from that movie The Birds. They were scratching and squawking and there was feathers everywhere. Somebody should have distracted Drea by throwing a worm in her beak. And when I say worm, I mean penis. So Drea, who looks like olive oil, must have been eating her spinach because she gave Sunday a Popeye. Man, she gave her more hits than a Black Eyed Peas concert. Come to think of it, it sounded like a Black Eyed Peas concert because Sunday told Drea, let's get it started in here. And Drea hit Sunday with the boom, boom, pow. And Sunday held her eye in her hand and said, my humps. Then everybody started singing, where is the love? Anyway, after production breaks up the bird fight, Jackie starts pretending to not know what the hell was going on, and she's questioning Drea about it. Allegedly, Jackie was distracted. You see, she was multitasking. She was eating an orange and cleaning the dirt from between the rolls in her neck. So Drea tells Jackie that her gay son is a sensitive subject. You see, one time she caught him eating spaghetti and Pete's balls. Yes, not meatballs, but Pete's balls. Anyway, Drea starts screaming to Jackie that she's tired of this shit. Jackie thought she was talking about defending herself and the fact that she's a mega slut. But nah, she was talking about being tired of the horrors of her anal sex, anal hooker past. You see, her shorts keep crawling up in her behind and she can't stop them. So Jackie was like, damn girl, I thought that I had problems. So out of nowhere, schizophrenic Jackie starts crying about her daughter hating her, which made Malaysia cry and the cameraman cry. And just like Drea's worn out asshole, this scene was a mess. These girls need Jesus and Drea needs a diaper. But I got the greatest laugh of my life from watching this scene. Psycho Jackie was on a roll with her deflecting and self-pitying speech about her own daughter, when out of nowhere, she told the biggest lie of all time. She said that Drea is a, quote, great mother. Then she freaked out when she realized that she was going to hell for lying like that. So she told Malaysia to talk to Drea, and she ran out of the room to go find Sunday. And here is where the episode got ugly and very disturbing. At first, Sunday is brushing her hair in the mirror and talking about fighting Drea again. You know, she wants a rematch. She has her back turned and whatnot. Then this chick turns around and she's standing up there looking like a panda because she has one black eye. Jackie is so disgusted by Sunday's eye that she sat down because the sight of it almost made her pass out. She then proceeds to hold her own eye. It began begging for forgiveness from white Jesus. Jackie first covered her eyes, then her mouth, then her ears. See no evil, speak no evil, and hear no evil. Yeah, Jackie, that's gonna work. So Jackie tells Sunday that maybe she should leave the show, you know, so her man can buy her a bag. And Sunday was like, ain't nobody got time to be shopping for Versace. Jackie was like, no, bish, I'm talking about a bag of ice. Your eye looks like a vagina after a gangbang movie. Sunday tried to play it off big time. She was like, oh, it's cool. I had an eye appointment anyway. And Jackie was like, baby, you don't need an eye doctor. You need a surgeon. But if Jesus can turn water to wine, I'm sure that the doctors can pop that hanging, dangling eye back in your head, even if you do look like a paddle ball. So Jackie comes back to where Drea and Malaysia are in the living room area. Everybody's crying, and there's so much estrogen in this scene that I started growing breast. And yes, I can suck my own shit. Put it in a video. That's a G-Dep lyric. Anyway, so Drea tells Jackie that if she was a real friend, she wouldn't have told her about Chantel sucking off Orlando in front of the whole world. She would have pulled her to the side like a decent human being. Then she jumped up, yanked her shorts out of her open tunnel of an ass, and said, I gotta tell you something privately, and then they ran off. And I'm left thinking, man, them shorts stay coming for the crack, like Whitney Houston. Well, we'll get back to that in a minute. First, we have to see what British with 2 T's is up to. In the next scene, British is talking with Lorenzo on webcam. Come to find out, Lorenzo didn't sign the official deal to play basketball in Germany. He went to practice and there was nothing but young players there. The coach greeted him with a quote-unquote dry hi, or as white folks would say it,
a hello with no enthusiasm.
And just like his fat girlfriend British, Lorenzo hates dry highs. So he started fighting with the coach and got himself kicked off of the team. And of course he made it seem like it was his decision to leave, but in reality he was escorted out of the locker room butt naked, beaten, and then deported. So he'll be home the next day from Germany. Now we're back at the house and Drea is still pulling her shorts out of her butt. She's really regretting all of that anal that she did when she was younger and more productive as the whore lord. Yes, the whore warlord. In fact, In that movie 300, when dude kicked homeboy in that hole, yelling, "This is Sparta!" That hole was rumored to be Drea's ass. Anyway, Drea pulled Jackie to the side to talk with her, and she said that she's still upset with her sponsor Orlando for lying to her about talking with and meeting with Jackie's daughter Chantel. And the story goes as follows. According to Orlando's story to Drea, allegedly Orlando was hooked up with Chantel through a friend from college. They talked and sent text messages for maybe 2 or 3 days. She came to his house, and when she met him in person, he looked at her and was like, she looks nothing like her pictures. Now, he should have known that something was wrong when he sent her a shot of her face. No body. Fat bitch style. Just like how they hold the camera over their heads to thin themselves out. Anyway, Chantel was allegedly not a hoe because she, quote, only slept with 2 people in her very short lifetime. Hoes nowadays. I swear to f***ing God. Only 2 people? And she's what, 20? I guess when she's 40, she'll be saying only 40 people have occupied this space. Anyway, Orlando wasn't feeling the fat girl and he passed up on it. But she was invited to his friend's party. So she flew herself all the way out to Seattle to attend it. Seattle, Washington. And when she got there, she slept with his friend, but not with Orlando. Just the friend. And you know what? Remember when Jackie showed Drea those text messages from Orlando in the 3rd episode? All that this proves is that Chantel saves her text messages for over 6 months to use as ammunition. And you wonder why I don't text with bitches like that? Looks like Chantel and her mammy are some home-wrecking harlots with old necks. I swear, man, bitches will abort a baby and save a text message in a second. My, how women's priorities have changed. It's a brave new world. Anyway, Drea feels that Sunday is judging her about being a slut, a bad mother, and a bad wiper after taking number 2s and all of the other bad qualities that she really has. So Jackie calls Sunday to come and talk with them, and Sunday comes in the room with a drink in her hand, and then bam, she throws it right into the center of Drea's face. The only reason why Sunday has such a good aim is because just like shooting, when you aim, you got to keep one eye closed. And Sunday is looking like her name should be Eyes Wide Shut. Her eye is bigger and redder than Clifford the dog. So Drea jumps up, and after a quick little scuffle, Malaysia and Drea are drying Drea's face off together. And I'm left thinking that if this was the lesbian orgy that it should have been, none of this would have happened. They should have been fisting vaginas instead of fisting each other's faces. And our next scene, British is on the phone with her sister, Brianna. And she has on this tacky black hat with little pieces of aluminum foil all over it. I bet there's little tiny Hershey Kisses in there. Must be snack time for the chubby chick. So Lorenzo shows up, and he said that the German team wanted him to play center, but he plays forward. Yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. So Lorenzo is going to get together with Doug again to work out and lose some of that fat. And he might go on The Biggest Loser to make some money, seeing that he ain't got no job right about now. Now we're back at the house with the girls. Sunday is outside talking with Jackie about how this is the first time a member of the Jackets gang got their ass whooped. So they are both shocked. All of them are black belts in cunt karate. Yes, cunt karate. And she still couldn't choke the chicken. And when I say chicken, I'm talking about Drea. Jackie wants the pigeons to talk out their problems instead of fighting. They go back into the house so that Sunday can get her bathing suit. Drea is making fun of Sunday, calling her names, and she has the other girls cracking up laughing. She's saying stuff like, why is her name Sunday? With that black eye, she needs to change her name to Eclipse. Then Malaysia said, at least she'll never have to buy eyeshadow again. And Brandy was like, wait, when she walks by, somebody ask her how many fingers am I holding up. After some more lewd, crude, and uncalled for jokes, Drea Ape is eating a banana looking like an albino monkey. And the other girls are giving her that look like, girl, you stay putting bananas in your mouth. Now Drea, Malaysia, Jackie, and Eclipse, aka Sunday, are all outside next to the pool. They're trying to figure out who's wrong in this situation, and Drea hit the nail on the head. Man, she's doing all types of hitting on this episode. Anyway, Floyd Drayweather said that they are both at fault. At first, Jackie blames that fine ass Malaysia for laughing. Then Jackie blames that fine ass Brandy for not breaking up the fight because she's wearing a striped referee dress, so she just kind of assumed that she would referee. And she said that Brandy was texting Ray J at the time and trying to be funny by playing I Hit It First on her iPhone when the fight was going on. Then she blamed Sunday for yelling World Star until Sunday realized that it was her getting knocked the fuck out. After a little laughter, Sunday announces that she is going to be getting in the pool soon. Drea gets up to get a drink. In those poor shorts, they must look like a full diaper in the inside because they found their way up her butt again. Drea comes back with 2 drinks, one for her and one for Sunday, and she sniffs Sunday's drink before giving it to her. After a quick sniff, she pulled her head away fast. Yup, she pissed in it. And then of course, Drea had to yank out another wedgie. Anyway, Jackie sits her old barbecue rib looking neck having ass up there and asks the girls about playing spin the bottle. Drea says that she doesn't play spin the bottle, but she can recycle a bottle with her vagina. So Jackie says, baby, we'll do that another time. And Drea tells Jackie that she's a poor sport and a fake lesbian. Brandy asks Jackie if her and Doug have ever had threesomes, and she said no, but they have thought about doing it with Brandy, and they were thinking about recruiting Malaysia. And with that said, this is why I said what I said in those previous reviews, that Jackie and her husband are into some sweeting and sex parties and throwing orgies and all sorts of nasty stuff. There's some freaks. Now, she probably thought that she was going to get her cat cooked and eaten that night, but a fight happened instead, and I bet she slept on that big bed with Sunday, though, holding her like, oh, poor baby. Yeah, Jackie's a perv. Anyway, Malaysia airplane flies away when she finds out that Rubberneck and her bald-headed husband wanted to smash. Oh well, she can always continue to try to smooth over British and recruit her. Anyway, Sunday, aka Shadow Eye, hops in on the pool. Drea's all like, Sunday is too old to be running around hopping in pools like a young slut. She might break something. Then Sunday strips off her clothing and gets bucket naked. And when she threw her bra at Drea, Bird Girl almost flew over there and ate her out. Yeah, they want each other. You can see it in all 3 of these girls' eyes. So Sunday gets her cute little self out of the pool, and Jackie was looking at her like, damn, that's a juicy steak. When Sunday gets out of the pool, Drea smacks the booty and tries to rip the towel off of her, but she's too drunk to get a good grip on the towel. So Jackie, who's not tipsy at the time, pulls the towel, and now Sunday's nickname is officially Full Moon. Anyway, she ran into the house naked. Now Jackie says, let's go eat. So the rest of the lesbians in training go inside. Now while in the house, Jackie asks whether or not the ladies miss British. And they all say at the same time, hell no, fuck that fat ass bitch. And they start talking about her feet stinking and all sorts of other things that I won't mention. Sunday asks Drea if she's mad. And Drea said, look here, Illuminati. Keep my gay son's name out of your mouth before I take a shot at your good eye and smash your eyeball to an eye blob. I would hit your bad eye right now, but I don't want to get pink eye. That shit looks contagious. Oof. Besides, how are you going to judge me and my son when your daughter was roaming the streets as a runaway, hungry, with nothing to eat but dicks and peppermint sticks? And her sex tape is going to be titled, I did porn because mama only kept one eye on me. You fucking cyclops. Sunday, who's sitting up there looking like a battered woman, is through with getting her butt whooped. Now, instead of them fighting, she would like to work with Drea. Who would have thunk it? And I guess her aspirin wore off because Sunday started crying. And yes, out of both eyes. Don't ask me how she did that. And I start lactating. This is just too much estrogen for me. But Two-Face, I mean Sunday, brought up a great point when she said that bitches like them need to grow up and calm the fuck down because their bones are too old to be fighting like that. But it's their fault for signing up for a stupid reality TV show where they knew that someone would lose an eye. She just didn't know it would be her someday. And she should have never laughed at all of those other people that she watched on television while screaming, that'll never be me. Ha 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 ha. And her favorite line, I wish a bitch would. Well, guess what, Sunday? A bitch did. Oh well, at least you'll get half off at the sunglasses store. So it's the next day, and the women are sitting there in the sitting area, and Drea didn't sleep well because of her broken fist. She has been up since 5 a.m. Yes, rooster time. She was waking all of the other women up with her cock-a-doodle-doo. Not just because she looks like a rooster, but because she misses all of that life-altering, butthole-damaging anal sex. Cock-a-doo-doo-doo. Nasty whore. Anyway, that quick little fight allegedly made Drea's whole little body hurt. And I'm thinking to myself, she can famously do triple anal. Yes, Drea can take 3 dicks in the booty at the same damn time. Yet punching some bitch who looks like a squirrel with a telephone cord neck hurts her body all over. I'm calling bullshit. Sunday walks into the room with her eye looking like an 8-ball, and Drea is still bragging about it. So apparently, neglecting her fruity son and worshipping the penis aren't the only things that Drea is great at. She can also brag about beating up an old woman. Hey, Drea called her an old woman, not me. Come to find out, Malaysia foolishly believed that with British not being there, there would be no beef, which is ironic because if British was there, she would have eaten all of the beef anyways. Malaysia told Sunday that she needs to watch her mouth. With her good eye, of course. Drea said that Sunday needs to stop saying what she thinks and keep some of her comments to herself because she will pluck her good eye out and play ping pong with it. Then everybody's going to call her Son Ray Charles. Aight? Sunday feels like this. We can be cool or not. Who cares? And with that said, Drea hops up looking like $1 million Monopoly dollars and says deuces. And by deuces, I mean 2 middle fingers. So she gets her sexy self up and leaves. Jackie is still riding with the Jackets, and she says that Drea is playing the blame game and this fiasco is Drea's fault. Yeah, sure, Jackie. You just blamed Malaysia and Brandy last night. You're the master of deflection. Anyway, Brandy, come to find out, is not friends with Drea. They are just acquaintances. You gotta earn Brandy's friendship if you want her to be down with you. But we'll find out more about this next week. And that's pretty much it for this episode. See you next week for the next episode. And don't forget to comment below and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more reality TV news, reviews, recaps, and opinions. And if you like it, share the video on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, MySpace, or 2 cans with a string in the middle, or even telepathically. Illuminati! In other words, tell a fucking friend.